chap come in. I've got a question about drone flying. No drones. Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought.
Right there, because I'm kind of drones officer here anyway, and I also do air traffic control. And what I have to do is we'll have the Met Trojan desk.
Trojan desk?
Yes. Probably of all. Don't go pissing these people off because you've got the Ukrainian one.
Oh.
High sensitive A-list celebrities around here.
Well guys, welcome back to London, and we're at Holland Park, one of the royal parks I believe. They do have their own police force in here. I think we found them. Parks Police. Hello. I brought a drone.
What?
I brought a drone.
Well, you found it, you mean?
No, I brought it along to fly.
Oh, I don't think you're allowed to, I'm afraid.
So I saw the police car around there.
Yeah.
There was a little thing on the door saying, come here.
Yeah.
And you'll contact them.
Oh, okay, right.
Or
Yeah, I can contact them if you want to.
Well, I was going to just let them know that it will be up, and obviously they may want to know about it, you know?
Yeah, you can ask them. I don't think you're allowed to, but...
Why, have you had it before?
I don't think I could be wrong. I don't know if you're allowed to have drones in the park.
I mean, I don't mind going outside of the park and obviously I'll bring the drone across from there.
Yeah. I'll check with them.
Yeah. Are they here or are they on site?
They're around. I don't know if they're in the offices or out.
Cool.
Hello, it's Rob in the park office. Just got a chap come in. I've got a question about drone flying in the park. No drones. Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought. Actually, do you want to talk to them?
No, just say like if I go outside of the boundary, but I'm going to bring it across from there.
Is it okay outside of the park? Do you know?
Over.
Is it okay? Fine. Right. Brilliant. All right. Thanks. I'll pass it on. Yeah. Cheers, mate. Thank you. Yeah, I'm afraid the whole borough apparently is a no-fly zone for drones. So
I don't think that's correct. That doesn't sound correct to me.
Yeah?
I'll
Well,
have a look.
You could try it, but you'd be breaking the law and then you'd be in trouble.
I'll have a look. I did have a little look on the old drone app.
Okay.
Tells you where you can and can't fly, you know. Yeah, it's quite close to A zone. Yeah, it's quite close.
He's the Parks Police Service, which is the Kensington and Chelsea's police service.
Oh right.
So I guess he'd know the law, but clearly in the park you're not allowed to. Outside, I don't know. You could try it.
What did he say to that comment?
He said I asked him in the park and he said not allowed in the park, and I said what about outside? And he said the whole borough is a no-fly zone and you'd be breaking the law if you flew your drone.
What I don't want to happen is leave this office now, go and find somewhere to launch, get up in the air, and then from there they come out and bother me.
Well, they would do because they just said that you can't do it.
Because I believe it to be lawful from outside of the park.
Well, you could do it and then make the case when someone came.
That's what I'm saying. So I want to avoid that. So if I let
you wouldn't be able to, because if they're saying it's against the law.
Yep.
And you want to test that.
Well, no, I'm saying
you would go out there and you'd fly your drone, and they'd come over and.
But then I'm going to be disturbed while I'm flying, and I like to concentrate, you know. If I tell you that I am gonna fly it in like over the park,
right.
More so the building there. That's a nice building, isn't it? The historic. Over that, I'm not going to be in the park when I do it because you've said I can't. So if I let you know I'm going to do it, but I'll be somewhere off-site, I don't know where. Where's the closest kind of boundary from here?
Well, it doesn't really matter what you're telling me.
I was going to say.
I'm giving you the information I've been given. I don't know. I'm not a policeman.
Sure. I suppose I'm getting at if I tell you I'm going to do it, and I leave now, I guess you're going to get back on the phone and say he's actually going to fly it, just so you know, right?
If you're telling me you're going to go out there and fly it, regardless of what I've just told you, I probably will ring him up. Yeah.
I know that you will, because I'm going to leave and say I'm going to fly, right?
You want me to? That's why you're.
No. I'm saying I'm going to leave in a minute here, and I know if I tell you I'm going to fly, you're probably going to call them back. which means they're probably going to come and look for me. And during my flight, they're going to come out. That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
So if I tell you I am going to fly, and you need to do that, that's fine. I'll hang around a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't want to be disturbed, see. If they want to speak to me, they can come down and do it now. Then I'll crack on.
I tell you what, there's their offices right over there. If you want
Yeah.
to talk to them first.
Well, I just think it's better to have that conversation rather than I start, and then they come out and I'm already doing it, and I've got to land it and talk and take off again.
Yeah.
It's hassle, you know.
I don't understand because they've already explained you can't do it, so why do you want to then go and do it?
I came in to sort of tell them that I'm going to be flying.
Yeah.
And they said I can't do it.
You can't do it because it's against the law.
I believe it to be law.
Well, okay.
We are quite.
Yeah, I think you better speak to them directly.
We are quite close.
You're going to get yourself into trouble otherwise. Okay.
Yeah. Go on. We are quite close to a no-fly zone, so they maybe mean that when they mentioned it. We are quite close to one for Hyde Park, which covers half of this park. Actually, to be fair, I think half of that side.
See that behind the police car there?
Yeah, I went over there.
There's where these stairs are.
Yeah.
There's a little call box right at the bottom of the stairs.
Right.
So you can call that. And they'll get through the same way I did on the phone.
Ah, okay. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I went from there to there, and then from there it said come in here. So.
Yeah. Oh right, yeah. I mean, if there's no one there, you can come to us. But
all right, I'll go in. If they're in there, are they in there?
I don't know. I spoke to someone. I think he might be in the office. So he might be around. He was on the mobile, so but they were all on the mobile, whether they're in there or not. So, but
all right, mate. I'll go in.
I would speak to them first because
drones always cause kind of issues, don't they? Controversial issues, like it's only a baby thing, right?
When they first came out, they were you could do it anywhere, but there's a lot of restrictions now.
There is.
So yeah.
People talk about it though, like it's like a.
If you can't get through to them on the call,
yeah.
just come back and I'll try the phone and you can get
all right.
Talk to them there.
I'll go.
You can just use our phone rather than call boxes and that. But you might be able to speak to them face to face over there.
Yeah, I'll go over there. Because I imagine he's going to say, I can't do it. And I'll say, I think I can.
He will tell you can't do it.
And then he'll want to come down and be like, oh, I've got the thing, Laura, or whatever he's got.
Yeah, so. Exactly. I can't see how it's going to end well for your perspective.
If the drone is lawful to go up, I don't mean in the park, because you've got rules probably, but outside and over, then nothing the police can really do about it, right?
Well, no, of course it's lawful.
Yeah.
He's saying it's not, because he's a borough policeman.
Sometimes people just don't want it to happen, and they go, "Oh, it's illegal," when really they just don't want you to do it. You know.
All right. Well, yeah. Go and have a chat to him.
I'll go and see if he's there.
Yeah.
And if he ends, I'll let you know he's not there.
I'll give him a ring on here, and you can talk to him on there.
Straight down to that fence, that outside the park, right down there, or is it further?
Through that gate is outside the park.
That road down there.
Yeah, just
okay.
This little path
so it's not that far then to go.
No, but he's still inside the
I came in that way.
He's saying that the whole borough is a no-fly. Hey.
I'll go and
take it up with him.
Yeah, I'll go and see him. Thank you. It's actually the red one coming around there, and you've got the helipad one very close as well. And what's the blue one? Navigation warning. Yeah, so providing we stay that side of the zone, we'll be okay, but we do have to be careful where we're flying here. We can't just go anywhere. Oh, hello. Oh, sorry mate, yeah. I'm the chap with the drone.
Alright.
Did you have a call about it?
Okay.
Ah, that's me.
Hang on.
Can we discuss it? Because I did want to launch it.
What are you trying to do?
I didn't want to do it and then you run out and stop me.
2 seconds.
Alright. No worries. Sorry? First visit to the park? Yeah.
Where do you normally live? Don't need your address, but what? Where do you live? London, West London, North London, South London?
Outside of London, mate.
Okay.
Yeah. How come?
You spoke.
Oh.
So you speak to the right guy because I'm kind of drones officer here anyway, and I also do air traffic control. So this is why I know all about this thing at small air.
Interesting.
So, right, let's bring up.
Drone,
have you got drone assist?
I do, yeah.
Right, okay. So you'll be familiar with it then. Right, so the park, technically the park is split down the middle. We're right on the edge of Bear Holland Park.
You're in your own traffic zone, you cannot fly. You need permission from the GA.
Right.
I need mainly 7 days to apply for that, alright?
7 days?
Yeah, the
Is
park
it?
state in your reasons, and they might not go to it if it's come out some sort of legitimate reason. Most likely won't get it for leisure.
Well, you can't do.
Only
But
if
we'll
it's
see.
filming
So
or
it won't be
show.
today.
Only if you would not get it for leisure.
For leisure.
You would not get it for leisure.
Yeah, you will.
Oh, anyway.
I'll speak to you.
Holland Park in the traffic zone.
You'll-
So that's
Come down. You sound like you've got some good information, my friend.
same thing my colleagues.
Oh, okay.
All right, I'll show you the map.
Exactly the same.
Yes, I've got that up. Yeah.
Yeah, right. So we're in the park here, right? We're on the edge of, I think it's R157, right, which is the GSZ, as it's called, Government Security Zone. So technically, you could fly in that part of the park.
Yep.
But you won't know exactly where you're going because, right, we're here, out to where the car park is and out to the west. You can fly it. However, you may or may not be familiar with down here is what's called H7. It's a heli route, joins H4, which is the other heli route into Battersea.
Yeah.
Battersea heliport, obviously over the river down by Chelsea.
Yeah.
They won't want you doing it anywhere along the river because obviously they have helicopters coming in to and from. We also get the air ambulance coming and the police ones coming. Now,
So what about if I go down to that road down there, outside the gates?
I would go west is your better place. So I'm talking to you.
Knowing how much Smith is allowed as well.
You can. I would go west, right? But you're going to have to go outside the borough. Anywhere in the borough of Kensington and Chelsea, you can't, right?
Sorry, anywhere in the what? Sorry.
Borough of Kensington and Chelsea. So when you come out, like, which way did you come in today, just roughly?
Holland Park.
So what, from Shepherd's Bush?
Yeah.
Right, okay, so...
Up the hill kind of direction.
Yeah, so from Shepherd's Bush to the west, again, you're in... Shepherd's Bush is... Let's find Shepherd's Bush.
So my intention was to go outside of the park boundary and then fly into the part of the park that's not in the zone.
Because we'll get several calls, and what I have to do is we'll have the Met Trojan desk, which is their armed response unit. They'll be ringing us up.
Trojan desk.
Yes.
What's that?
They're all the firearms guys. They'll be ringing us up because basically, let me show you on here, just for your
Yeah, go on.
information. There's a design museum, okay? Right. Now, if we go down here, it'll come up on Google. It may well do. Let's go one straight across. Holland Walk. Right. Hang on.
Are they nearby? Are they? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, the Trojan.
Oh right. Never heard of them before.
Yeah, they're the guys who drive red cars and everything.
Huh.
Right, let's do that. Bring it up. Right, okay. So, we're here. We have the embassies all around here. So
Oh,
you've got the Greek one right at the end of the park.
Right.
They'll get pissed off.
Will they?
Yes. You've got the Cameroon one.
They won't be there today, will they?
There. You've got the... it doesn't matter.
Huh.
Okay, the fact that they'll have security on anyway. You've got the
Oh, right.
Turkmenistan up at that road. You've got Cameroon, and most importantly of all, don't go pissing these people off because you've got the Ukrainian one
Oh,
right at
nice.
the top of the road. Then at the other end of the park, you've got the Russian, Finland,
Ooh,
and
I didn't know there were that many around here.
Israeli embassies. So you've got Lebanese, right? Czech. You've got the Russian one. Then just down here, you've got Romanian, Israel,
I didn't know they were all around here.
and they're all on the edge of Hyde Park. They're all in the borough.
Oh, Hyde Park. Yeah. Right, got
Kensington
you.
Gardens, Hyde Park, but they're all in the borough.
Yep.
So we would get calls, as would the Met. And even for when we get, I know you're not doing it for commercial drones, but when we have commercial ones, they have to, if they're doing it in the park or anywhere around these places, they will also give us a call and they have to get a CAD number raised by the Met. So the Met then
Interesting.
will just let us know, purely for sort of admin purposes, because otherwise
Right.
if we keep ringing them up, so we don't get that many drones to be honest, but if
Do you
we keep ringing them up and we do get drones. Also, you got a very lot of high sensitive A-list celebrities around here. I
Have
won't
you?
point out their houses and whatever, but there are within, dotted around.
Can you give me any
the parks and
names?
whatever. Pop stars,
Really?
footballers,
Didn't know.
MPs,
Oh, right.
residences as well. So again,
if
any
a
number
drone goes
of
up,
people,
they're gonna,
not just us, any number of people can ring up. And we did have people in the park a few weeks ago who were launching a drone, smaller than that one, I think, because is it 400 grams?
250.
Yeah. They were launching it out of the park, and I basically sent them out. They have, not on this borough, but other boroughs, they have had where drones have been going over and just looking into people's properties.
Right.
And they reckon that's just scouting around for burglaries. Not saying you're doing that
Possibly,
or
yeah.
anything like that. Yeah, so that's
I'm going to make a beautiful video of the house in the park.
Oh, that what?
From the airspace, it's not restricted, basically.
I don't know how good your lens is on it, zooming.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Out to the west of the park, then technically you're outside the red zone because it's split halfway through. But as I say, don't be surprised if you get stopped by the Met, if the Met see it or whatever, or the Met pull up or somebody reports
Are you going to report it to whoever? Or?
If you're not in my part, I do care, but I'm not that. You're on the boundary. Okay.
So if it goes over your park, you're not going to do anything about it, really.
You would be infringing if you go past the football pitch area that side.
What I'm going to do, I'm going to go to my launching place, and then I'm going to have a good look at the map.
Place at that point.
Well, I need to figure that out.
On drones,
Yeah, I need to figure that out.
do you have to register it per flight on there?
No.
Right. Okay.
No. Well, you don't have to. You can log it as helpful to other people.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I've seen that as well. Okay, but the drones register to you and all that sort of stuff.
Register to somebody.
Okay. Fine. All right. Okay. You recording?
It's registered. I am recording.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I don't got no issue with that. I
Yeah.
only just noticed it.
Record the whole day.
Fine. So you do like a YouTube channel going around and your
Kind
YouTube
of,
and
yeah.
whatever? Yeah.
Vlogging.
Yeah.
I do a lot of beautiful drone flights on beautiful historic places.
Yeah. I've seen a few of them. There's a
Have
guy
you?
who does maybe not your one, but there's a guy who does like. I think it's London over the rooftops. He takes pictures, and also I think he's getting into drone photography
Oh, right,
now.
isn't
And
it?
he does
Yeah.
early in the summer and the early morning stuff, so all over London and that.
Nice.
But all I can tell you,
Yeah.
obviously officially, and on the drone fly map, is as you know you're in the red zone going that way, eastbound.
Is it that way?
Yeah, it's basically eastbound.
Yeah, because it's eastbound.
Let's put it this way, you're super safe if you're outside the park confines. Okay? That way there's no issue. And also you'll also get people, because you do have a kiddies playground here and there. And if people ring us up and going, oh, there's a bloke spying
Yeah.
kids, not that you would be, not that you might be or whatever, but that's the possible impression that people get, and that's the phone calls that we might.
Yeah. Can understand that. I mean,
Okay. So other than that, enjoy it. It's a calm day anyway. The wind's not too bad, is it?
I want to go somewhere to launch. I'll figure out where's the best place, and then
Okay.
I will go over the park, but I am going to obviously not go into the 2 restrictions.
Yeah. Does it come up on yours where the restrictions are? 'Cause
On the
some
drone
drones-
app? Yeah.
Some drones will obviously, I think more the commercial ones when we had them in here, because they have to get permission, because they do drone surveys over the woods. And the
It will
gulls
fly
and stuff
into
and all
it,
that.
but it should warn
No,
me.
the other ones we had, he had a hard time because his Chinese software wouldn't let him launch because it was right next to the embassies. And he couldn't bypass that, so he had to come back and sort it out another day. We had different drones.
If you've updated the
I'm
fly safe list,
talking about 8 months ago.
it should let you
Yeah.
now launch wherever.
No,
and it's
but
down
he
to
was a
you.
professional drone because he was actually hired by the council and had to do a ecology survey kind of thing.
Right.
So he had all the paperwork on that, but we still had to ask, raise a CAD system with the Met just as they're aware, because they'll get calls on it of drones, especially if you're right over. If you don't know what embassies you're over flying, you may well get a call.
The embassies, are they? If I go and launch by the embassies, are they going to be in there now? Will they see me do it?
Security's on there 24/7.
Are they?
Yeah. And I'll tell you for now, I wouldn't even go that way to where the Ukrainian embassy is. You've got Google Maps.
I
They're all
only
on
saw the
Google.
Greece one.
Right, okay, well the Greece one's right, that's in the zone because the Greek one is
Is
on,
it in?
on that side, and that's right on the side of the right on the side of the park at the top.
All right.
You can find out where the embassies are. I mean, they're all on Google Maps, etc. But
was trying to
you
get at-
certainly wouldn't be able to do the Russian one because that's well in the zone.
Is it in?
And that will obviously attract. And also, you'd be flying over Hyde Park, which is I think it's R157.
Hyde Park's the zone.
which is,
Oh,
yeah,
it's partly here.
Kensington, well, you've got Kensington Gardens and Hyde Park. Treat them as all one big place
Hmm.
because obviously you've got Kensington Palace and the Royals there. So they won't definitely want you over there, and that's in R157, I think. Which
You can't go into there. Yeah.
Yeah. Out to the west, kind of off Borough, Hammersmith and Fulham. But they might have. Also, we do have bylaws in the park about launching
Do you?
aircraft.
So can't launch
So
them
they
in-
launch. They launch. A drone would be classed as an aircraft, an aerial vehicle, and you would technically have to have permission from the council to do it. Technically, you probably have to have permission from any park in London because
To
they're
launch
all
it in
under-
here,
They're
yeah.
all under the GLC bylaws.
Right.
So especially up, I don't know if you're familiar with Wormwood Scrubs, the big one.
Yeah.
They got a model flying area.
Oh yeah, I've heard of
Yeah,
that.
that's a D-restricted zone because obviously years gone by they've got grandfather rights. They've got all the model flying planes, but obviously you've got the prism down the bottom,
Yes.
which would set off alarm bells as well, and that. because it just will. So it's more for your information, and secondly,
Okay.
more for your sake that you don't want any extra hassle if you're doing whatever you're doing. You know, because obviously if the old people turn up and pull you over, obviously they can demand that you ground the drone. Obviously you're the pilot in charge. It's up to you. You're flying it to make it safe, and obviously you know that they can demand to see your certificates or your ID.
Operator ID.
Yeah, operator's license if it needs it, and whether it's registered on drone or with the CAA.
So where would you suggest not to launch from if
Right.
I don't want to attract attention? Where would be a place not to go?
You're going to attract attention wherever you are, really.
By the embassies there's a no-no, launching.
Yeah, by the embassies would be a no-no.
Is there a particular road?
I would geographically, I would just say west of Holland Park, which is, if you came up from Shepherd's Bush Way, and where it goes down the road, anywhere, if you go out that way, there's a little set of traffic lights up there. Go to the left, that's west. That's kind of out of the R157 zone and that.
I just wondered if there was a certain... Right.
Okay.
All right,
Because
cool.
I know on the map it comes virtually up to, certainly covers the house, and it probably comes down to the stable yard here on the R157.
Right.
But it's either 157 or 165. Because one of them will be under Battersea. Battersea is open today.
What, the helipad?
Yeah. And they use H7, which is most of the helicopters are that side. They come over the park, but just slightly more down towards Shepherd's Bush Way. They'll come up and down.
Yeah, we're just inside the
Yeah.
Hyde Park one here.
Yeah, so if you go to the west of Hyde Park, where you'll see Holland Park on there, you're just on the periphery.
Anything that way from here is outside?
So you're looking west. So if you went down towards Shepherd's Bush Way, you'd be off the zone where you see the circle.
It curves around, so
It does.
Holland Park Avenue would be all right.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, and I know if you're strictly going by where, oh yeah, I can fly it there, I can fly it, I'm over the line.
Basically.
Yeah. West, I'm off the line, over the line. It's not going to matter to the layperson, as you'll know. Somebody will come up, and you've probably had it before. If you've been flying a drone in the parks and whatever, I'm sure if you've got your own channel and all that, people will be interested in what you're doing, or they'll all be doing that, or they'll be videoing the drone, videoing them, or whatever they do. So I'm not going to ask you details or whatever, but generically, then you just do what for overflights for buildings, sort of interest.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Drones, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're right.
make it beautiful.
Yeah, that's fine. I've seen some. I'm not going to ask for YouTube. Well, I'd ask you what it is, YouTube channel, if you want another sort of click on it. But
If you watch a bit of YouTube, you'll see it quite quickly, I imagine.
Okay.
If I get anything good.
Yeah.
I may not, but
When you put them up within like 24 hours, within
Week.
a day or whatever, within a week.
within a weekish.
That's fine. Okay.
Yeah,
What was your first name? I'm not going to
You'll
ask.
see it. Dan.
Dan. Okay, Joe. That's fine, mate. I've told you what
Yeah.
how the lay of the land
Yeah.
lies.
How come the officer up there was a bit misinformed?
Um,
Because had you not been here, this may have gone a lot differently.
Possibly, but then see, part of my other thing is I do glider flying, so I know also about airways and flying, VFR, etc. And also I work at spare time at some small airfields, air traffic
All right.
control, just smaller airfields like your Denham, GA airfields basically.
But police
And as you
officers
would
should know a bit of drone stuff.
Not all of them.
No, but they should know a bit.
They should know a bit.
With people doing it these days, they should have a little bit of a...
Yeah, but then
Or-
I mean, you called us earlier, did you, or just on the?
No, I went in there and he called you,
Rob called.
and he sent me over.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
That was it.
Some people say not everybody knows the whole of the law.
No, of course.
It's like medicine. Not everybody specialises in
course.
broken bones. There's heart surgery. You wouldn't want a brain surgery fixing your knee.
But you'd hope they check rather than saying
I've come down to check with you.
It
That's
is X,
why
Y,
you're
Z.
lucky.
No, but you
I'm
knew
not
the score.
But I know the score. That's why I'm on.
But if you didn't know,
If you didn't know,
you wouldn't come out and say
I wouldn't be here to have
it's
a
wrong.
conversation
You
with
surely do a quick check. You go and like check the law, right?
Yeah, but that's similar background to like you do. You do your drone stuff. I do flying stuff. So I'm aware of what people can do with drones and bits and pieces.
But if there was a part of legislation on another topic that you weren't aware of and you had to go to a call, you may just do a quick check and go, let me just check the law on that, because
Google.
I don't know. Are you sure you've got your means?
Google. I've got PNLD, which is Police National Law Database on there. So
We call you
But
call
then-
your superiors, don't you, and say, oh, got a guy here riding a bike. What's the situation with bike speed, for example?
That's
You know,
another thing. Is that electric?
it is electric. Yeah.
Okay. That's another thing with bikes. No cycling in, because the sign's already up there. Okay, is £100 fine on the bike.
No cycling.
That's in any park. Technically, that's in any park in London under the GLC bylaws.
Oh, right.
But because you've got a parks police here, we kind of enforce it. So that would be an FPN ticket, 500 quid up to. Got 500,
So I'll tell you that I've walked it through then.
I haven't seen you ride it.
I won't ride it now. You said that.
One of the things that we get more complaints from people, because not just people like yourself on that, but if you think like delivery bikes, they come through, they're on their little phone.
Quite fast.
Says you go this way to drop off your pizza or whatever, and it's like taking a wrong turn on your Google Maps kind of thing when you're driving. So they have the same thing going on. So again, they're not allowed to. So cycling per se, little kids, a little bit of variation because technically he's clearly under 10, so he's not committing offences by law because he's under criminal age. But these are only by law offences, so at the most it'll be verbal warning, or at the most it'll be like a ticket, or verbal warning, get off your bike, etc.
Yeah.
So that's purely on a day when this park is busy, because you've got kids. And
it's busy today.
Yeah, you'll have kids running up and down. You've got the dogs, because they're allowed dogs off area around here.
Oh, are they?
Up in the woods they're not, they have to be on lead. So again, you have a dog running around, people throw the ball, dog run around, runs in front of a bike, you run it over, or you can come off your bike and that, but you just have to do things like that, and that's happened before.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool, mate, yeah.
No problem.
You've been very informative, thanks for that.
That's all right. Well, I'm not
I'll
an
go
expert, it's just the fact that I know some of it, not all of it. It's like
do a bit of drone stuff,
a little bit of something, mate. Have a good day anyway.
You too, mate.
If I do get reports, and I see it, obviously, I know I've spoken to you, you know you should be flying it over the park bits, but I've told you, you know exactly what's on the drain thing. If we get a call that it is, then it may be that we tell the Met and they might come out and speak to you. But you know where you shouldn't be going because of the embassies. I say shouldn't.
I'm going to go outside of the red zone and launch from outside of the park and the red zone.
Okay, that's fine.
I can't tell you where because I haven't checked yet where I'm going to be.
That's fine. But as I say, certainly not by the river, because that comes under Battersea and you get the heliports down there.
I've flown in Battersea before, but I had to request the...
Yeah, well, it's like any ATZ, any small airfield that we have, because I do it a couple, I won't name the airfields, but a couple of airfields I go around and do it at. And again, yes, it's normally a 2x2, 2 nautical mile up to 2,000 foot sort of zone.
If I wanted to fly in Hyde Park FRZ, does it have to be...
You wouldn't get permission from the Met.
From NATS?
Well, NATS, but NATS would also refer you to... I think under their, you'd also have to get permission. The Met will certainly come and have a word with you because it's the Royal Parks, so you're not allowed to launch from there, that's for certain.
But let's say I was to fly in Hyde Park FRZ, not in the park, just another historic building in the area.
Yeah.
I'd have to go to NATS and apply for permission.
Yeah.
But for roof surveys, they approve it, but for like leisure, I don't know. Whether they would give permission anyway, providing you...
Let's put it this way, without getting ambiguous or whatever, expect to attract attention if you did that. Understandably so.
Because you can go on NATS and I can request permission to fly in there.
I can do that on this, but I don't have a drone. But I have this for other reasons.
And I could say it's for a cinematic view of the church, say, next door.
Yeah.
And then they ask for height and...
You wouldn't be able to do it, obviously, over Westminster Palace.
They'd probably decline that one, right?
Well, especially what's gone on yesterday and that, and the demo up
Is he down yet?
Yeah. I believe he came down last night because it was probably a bit chilly, to be honest. But yeah, you wouldn't be able to do it over Westminster or anywhere like that, Trafalgar Square or anywhere like that, Central London, which you know. Parks out to the west fine, parks out to the north, out the borough. It's a general rule. It's most of Kensington and Chelsea because the borough boundary is down by where the railway line is at Shepherd's Bush. So it's a very small borough. It sort of kind of goes north to south. So from the river, then up. Similarly, if you went over to Wandsworth, Battersea Park, they've got their own bylaws similar to ours.
I've flown there
You're not
before.
allowed to launch from it unless you get permission.
I've flown from the bridge.
It says council permission, but take that how you will as to how you get council permission on a Saturday or a Sunday.
Yeah.
But yeah, and again, they're in the. I don't think the red zone applies south of the river, but you've certainly obviously got the Battersea.
You've got the Battersea helipad
and
one.
The heliport and over the top. So again, but you seem to know what you're doing. I mean,
More or less.
I can tell by your smile that and the
More or less.
way you know YouTubing and whatever, you're not probing or whatever, or even if you are. Hopefully, the answers I've given you.
You've been good, but imagine you weren't here. I think it may have been a bit more of a... if you do it, I'm gonna get the Met down.
You could say that of any company. You could go up to Hyde Park and they go, oh, I don't know. Or you could go down to Shepherd's Bush.
Saying I don't know is fine.
Or Wandsworth. Because Wandsworth have got their own parks police as well. And that
Yeah, I think I've been there or Bass, I can't remember.
Yeah, they're based in Battersea Park, so they've got their own parks police as well down there. So like Hampstead Heath have got their own parks police up there.
I've been to Hampstead today.
Yeah, Hampstead, Primrose Hill, all around there. They've got their own Hampstead.
Crazy, isn't it?
it?
Police everywhere.
Not out west. I mean, you go out Hounslow and Hillyman all around there.
Nothing there.
Again, where I live, out west, we got Norfolk. We're right, and we've got a little park, open space where we are, but it's on the edge of Norfolk's approach within 2 miles.
Northolt and Heathrow right there.
Day to day, they're coming in. They would come in over my house, so they're like over my house, 2 miles, 600 feet, and that's easily within their 80 red zone.
Yeah, you can't launch there.
People have, but again, you can just ring it. I could just ring it up and go over and tell them.
Yeah, some airports are very good, aren't they? They're just like, yeah, fine, carry on.
Yeah, but also from another perspective is what they don't like, and I'll use it in an inverted commas thing, and it does happen, hostile reconnaissance. So you've got to bring that, you might not think of it, but you've got to think of that in the back of your mind, especially when you've got all the embassies around here, especially Ukrainian embassy and drones.
Right, yeah, good.
Probably, hint taken. Same with a Russian.
Yeah.
You won't get shot down, I'm sure, but it's just one of those things.
Cool.
Other than that, nice day.
It's a lovely day, isn't it?
Enjoy the day today.
Thank you, mate. Take care, yeah? Bye. Well, very, very informative officer. A quick check on drone assist for Holland Park. You've got the helipad zone here, which we don't have permission for today. And you've got Hyde Park, red zone. There, the red one. And it obviously is in another red zone, but that's a specified area, which is helicopters only. So we are going to be very careful with the flight here. We're going to do one little takeoff here, and we're going to go further round to the main road as well after for another takeoff.
updated.
So guys, just another one of my takeoff locations for Holland Park, out here on another entrance. In fact, the way we came in on this road here. Did 2 flights, one around the corner, which you saw launch. Second one's going to be here. So everybody, hope you enjoyed the Holland Park video. Flying was quite difficult. There was not really much I could fly too far into the park. I was very much on the limit the whole time there. And the thing with the drone is it will let you fly into these zones. But what happens is if you're in the air and you're flying into the red zone, let's say, it will warn you and say, do you accept responsibility for going into this FRZ? And unless you get that, you know you haven't technically breached the line. So I tried to follow the map in front of me. I kept getting it out and checking and looking for milestones, like there's a restaurant which is right on it. So as long as I didn't go over the restaurant, I knew I was good. But as I say, if you do fly too far, it will tell you anyway. And I didn't get any warning. So I think when you got a drone up in the camera, it looks like the drone is a lot closer to whatever it is you're filming than it actually is. If you point the camera down vertically, you can actually see the drone is a little bit further back than you imagine. But anyway, not much to see at Holland Park. Beautiful day for it though. Very informed police officer, park police officer. And we haven't had any bother off anyone else really. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you soon.